There we go. Shit. Need two hands for this. Yeah, start to fall a bit. Oh, okay. Brain fart there. Thinking about my hair, thinking about this, thinking about that. They might get a present like on Christmas. That's how close it'll be. So it's all right. I'm staging it because of COVID and everything like that, and really the availability of everything, which is good for me. I am far from rich, so I could stagger in two different payments too. So I have no choice but to wait on the Xbox. But now that Cyberpunk 2017 is having issues, that's the only game we really want, and every game's going to get boosted. So um, I'm starting to rethink the next 6 months. Like, do I want to get was it the Kiwi, Blue Yeti? Might even do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already getting they're a really good mixer. Hold up. Ah, getting up here. Whew. Telling you, I'm gonna figure out this hair thing. I'm gonna figure it out. There, I figured it out. All right, so I know, figuring out, man. Figuring all the different products and all the other shit. I gotta check out things. It's gonna take me a while. It's not gonna be instant. It's gonna be like, gradually go at it, and then do that. You know what I mean? Okay. See. You know, it might be easier for me to do Keegan actually. Because as soon as I need it, I could just drop it.
All right, Scorpio. This is it. Fire the costume. Extract its venom. Get out.
Remember, all we need is a sample. Good luck out there, Scorpio.
Picked us for a reason, sir. We'll get the job done. You guys ready to walk amongst the ancestors?
Hey, spirit walk, right?
So, you were listening.
I was gonna take a second, drink some coffee, clear my throat. Maybe it's the construction or something like that. I don't know.
Come get your ammo. That's it.
Wakatu. Here we go.
Right back to where it all began.
Like my ancestors have done for generations. Enter the Fade and walk amongst the ancestors. The path of our people will reveal your burden. There's our path.
I'll be damned.
The awakening. The Wakatu. I'm living out what my parents and Gran used to believe was mythology. Just stories. I was in prison when Gran passed. Wish she could see me now.
You gotta pay attention to society.
It's okay. We're squad now.
Oh,
You
it's
both
not made for me.
I fucked up.
Yes, no, what?
Deliberately ignored.
It wasn't.
order. Thought I knew better than everyone else, and someone got killed. My CO. A good man. Truth is, as much as I want to go back, I don't know if there's a spot waiting for me.
I know that feeling. Sometimes there ain't no going back. And I'm learning that might be okay.
walk down the step. That's the rite of passage. Like, has little Native American, like Vision Quest. Gotta run up to the monster, pull its feather, and you're man. Or an adult, a warrior.
Lonnie, what's this?
Some kind of effigy. My father used to carve pieces like it from wood. Said they would protect us from dark spirits.
It's a tiki. Hold up. Alright. I am back. I'm gonna go back to Lonnie. Alright. I might have a slight little cold here. Rite of passage. I don't be rude or nothing, but what happened is very small communities. I mean, it's just known in native communities. It's not really talked about, but You know what Spartans did to children? I mean, if they knew I had patches, they probably would have had it to me or whatever, but it doesn't develop early on in life. Well, maybe it would have, but they expose and it's a burden to the community, so kids who are not normal don't make the right passage. That's why, you know, Native Americans, Polynesian, when you have like a lot of thick blood, you know, that's where you see those elements or whatever. Tahiti, Samoa,
Being back in the action.
Tonga,
Having a team at my side.
Navajo,
This feeling of being part of something bigger.
I know
Apache,
that feeling too.
some of the other nations, Canada. It's just something that happens in small communities because it takes a lot of resources.
This way. Grab that side.
And that's the reason why people look for these people being in the military. And you could see evident.
Your old job.
Well, I can get into it. Trust me. We have. Never mind. I can get into it.
No, I can spill. I was part of the Brash Brigade. Locust cleanup crew.
Cleanup crew?
Some of the locusts survived the war. We made them disappear. Quietly.
So, the emulsion countermeasure at Azura.
As far as the public knows, the war ended there. But there was still more work to be done. There should be another way around. Through the ruins.
Like when we pulled out of Vietnam, we just didn't pull out. So everybody's running through the ships. Do you think we got everybody after Vietnam? Do you think all the special forces that they fought and died and convinced people to fight and die and believed in America? Do you think we got them all? And as like the Viet Cong and the Khmer Rouge were going at it, do you think they received on the best end of it? And then answer that. Why do you think they made Rambo? I mean, what kind of stories emerged that was happening out there, you know, in the late 70s, early 80s? And, you know, it'd be interesting. It'd be an interesting read. I mean, granted, I know there's a couple of extractions we did to some of the Vietnamese, you know, but it would be nice if we constantly went in there, you know. So I heard stories. In Jersey when I was growing up about people. You know, this is before the internet, mind you. And they were just telling me, like, you're going in there with shotguns full of fletchlets, like barely legal arms at a time, you know, just dropping and grabbing these mountain yards or whatever, you know. After the war. That's funny because you got people who are not born American. Did more for America than keeping like crazy secrets, you know what I mean? So that's one, you know, got when we went in Haiti, we got Haitians. Went to Kosovo, we got some people that messed up sliver by the Adriatic. So I'm not surprised, you know. Went to Iraq, we got a lot of good, like, the translators and all that. you know, a lot of good, I guess, Iraqis, whatever. But what I would love to think we get the 1% everywhere we go. It's that decayed flower, you know, that the biggest flower in the world.
Where are they going? Papa, get back!
Got more doobies. Take them out. Come get your ammo. Make them count. There's more. Other side. Bring it on.
Oh, there's more of them?
You really want to get this close?
We're clear.
Those doobies have worn out their welcome.
So, Corporal,
Lieutenant?
never got the long story about your rank. Onyx Guard fought like hell in the war. What would hold up a promotion?
Not all of us were fighting. I was stationed on Azura, doing basically guard duty. Onyx exiles, they call us. No glory, no rank, and no purpose. For all those years.
I'm sorry, Keegan.
I don't know about all this rank stuff, but what you're doing here, this matters, brother.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Mac.
Shit.
Ammo deployed. That's all I got.
Oh, press the right button.
Hey, help me out.
Swarm ahead!
Oh my god. Are you serious? I don't know if they should get the black guy the supply thing. It's a little racist. These are little awkward conversations. When I get into it, it's like, I was infantry. Could have went intelligence, but I chose not to. A couple other infantry that also was selected for intelligence. But
Swarm ahead!
what? What?
Swarm ahead!
Taking point! Hell smoke! Hunters in the back there!
Frag out! Fire in the hole!
No more shield! Advancing!
Stock up, team!
Mark for death!
Ammo drop is spent!
Shield's good to go! Hold on the line! Wanted Sapien! Shields on recharge!
Talk now!
Resist! Hell smoke! Richard Haverin, I'm on my way!
Heads up! Scion!
And he brought his pets. Fantastic!
Maybe I should have hit it, then jumped up.
Heads up! Scion!
And he brought his pets. Fantastic!
Coming through!
Ammo deployed!
Blades done!
Oh, that's how long my blade is? Shit.
brought his pets. Fantastic.
Heads up, Scion!
And he brought his pets. Fantastic.
Heads up, Scion!
And he brought his pets. Fantastic.
Clearing the way! That's it. That's all of them.
Way out is ahead. Through those doors. Stock up, team.
Did you say children used to walk this path?
Well, there weren't any swarm back then.
Aye, right.
Ready to get up close. Perfect.
Who needs ammo? I've got ammo.
Good find.
There you go.
Let's get back to our path. Come on. That tree there. It was on the carving in the village hall. It must be the Wakatu's nest.
Then we're still on the right path.
That'd be the Wakatu's nest.
You know, before all this, I really thought my life was over. That I'd live out the rest of my days in prison.
So you joined up when Hoffman's crony found you, hmm?
Exactly.
Same here. What else can you do when you've lost everything?
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Ammo drop ready.
I don't know, I like it. I'm gonna definitely play this again on Iron Man or something.
Which way?
Got juvies on this side!
Here too.
Throwing frag! Keep 'em coming!
All right, we made it. Let's find our way to the tree. Resupply on me.
Going all the way back then.
Make 'em count.
This debris can't be from our ride.
Oh, look how big that thing is.
A vulture went down on Pahanu?
You found 144B. It went down shortly before I arrived on Galangi. It was loaded with the initial DB4s to lead our charge into the bunker.
Think we could recruit them to our cause?
Worth a shot? Surrender to the god.
They ain't friendly!
Why the hell are they attacking us?
Not a cog mission, remember?
Ah, they must be following their default directive for TechCom property.
Nothing we can't handle. Trackers incoming.
Back up, team!
Oh shit.
Surrender to the god.
They ain't friendly!
Why the hell are they attacking us?
Not a cog mission, remember?
Ah, they must be following their default directive for TechCom property.
Nothing we can't handle. Trackers incoming. Take it! Gonna need a second.
Order will be restored. Surrender to the god.
They ain't friendly!
Why the hell are they attacking us?
Not a cog mission, remember?
Ah, they must be following their default directive for TechCom property.
Nothing we can't handle. Trackers incoming.
Shield spent!
That's another. And stay down.
Ammo deployed. Ugh. Supplies depleted.
Keep 'em coming.
May as well see what's waiting for us inside.
I've got the shield!
So Keegan. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do this real cheaply. I'm gonna see if I can get all that refilled. Get a bathroom break in.
Ammo drop on standby.
good. That's gonna refill. Come back and refill some more.
Resupply depleted. Ammo's ready. All drop ready.
This is definitely something you can play through again. Like, it's that hard that, like, see how cautiously I'm doing it? I'm doing, shooting come down, popping up, shooting down. But, like, if you were with a team or whatever, you'd always want to press forward. And, like, 2-3 shots and you're dead. You gotta really use teamwork, so it's really good. That's why, you know, if I play this again, I would do it to, get the upgrades, and it'd be a challenge. Okay, I didn't think I was gonna get everything, so I'm good.
Combative behavior is a punishable offense. Order will be restored.
Oh, what? Okay, no problem.
Surrender to the cog.
They ain't friendly!
Why the hell are they attacking us?
Not a cog mission, remember?
Ah, they must be following their default directive to protect cop property.
Nothing we can't handle. Attack us, incoming!
Shield spent!
Enemy destroyed.
First, then I get him after I die and shit. Fuck.
Surrender to the cog.
They ain't friendly!
Why the hell are they attacking us?
Not a cog mission, remember?
Ah, they must be following their default directive to protect cop property.
Nothing we can't handle. Attack us, incoming! Incendiary out!
trackers! It's dead!
Not bad. May as well see what's waiting for us inside. Come get your ammo. That's all I got.
Perfect.
Nomadic behavior is a punishable offense.
Jedi, fire! Bring out!
Primary directive.
Gotcha!
Non-compliant identified.
Get that DR1!
Fire in the hole!
Shield is up!
I'm ready for more.
Shields on recharge!
Who needs ammo?
I got this one!
I've got ammo! Wah!
I gotta hold it. Oh, so dumb.
Spotted out of style.
Ammo drop is spent!
Target down!
Okay, we're good.
Take what supplies we can from this wreck. and Let's see about getting that loading ramp opened up.
Shields at the ready!
Okay, something out of the ordinary.
This is connected to that ramp, right?
Not
Okay.
a problem.
It's some ammo.
This'll get the door open.
Ammo deployed. More DBs!
Great! Even more unfriendly, traitorous combots!
Executing combat maneuvers.
Make them count!
Target acquired.
Get behind me!
Calm. Order will be restored.
It's dead!
Oh, it disappears.
tree there. It was on the carving in the village hall. It must be the Wakatu's nest.
Then we're still on the right path.
You know, before all this,
Oops.
I really thought my life was over. That I'd live out the rest of my days in prison.
So you joined up when Hoffman's crony found you, hmm?
Exactly.
Same here. What else can you do when you've lost everything?
That tree there. It was on the carving in the village hall. It must be the Wakatu's nest.
Then we're still on the right path.
You know, before all this, I really thought my life was over. That I'd live out the rest of my days in prison.
So you joined up when Hoffman's crony found you, hmm?
Exactly.
Same here. What else can you do when you've lost everything?
Which way?
We've got juvies on this side!
Here, too!
Stay dead!
Incoming frag!
Target down!
Frag! Incoming frag! All right, we made it. Let's find our way to the tree. I've got ammo. Make 'em count.
This debris can't be from our ride.
that go up? 90? I know it didn't.
A vulture went down on Pahanu?
You found 144B. It went down shortly before I arrived on Galangi. It was loaded with the initial DB4s to lead our charge into the bunker.
Think we could recruit them to our cause?
Worth a shot?
Surrender to the cause.
They ain't friendly!
Why the hell are they attacking us?
Not a code mission, remember?
Ah,
Surrender to the cause.
They ain't friendly!
Why the hell are they attacking us?
Not a code mission, remember?
they must be following their default directive to protect COG property.
Nothing we can't handle! Trackers incoming!
Got to reach out!
Threat neutralized. Acquisition.
More trackers!
Enemy down!
Shield's good to go!
Perfect.
May as well see what's waiting for us inside. Ammo drop is spent.
Out of behavior is a punishable offense.
Jedi, fire! Throwing frag! Fire in the hole!
Block at him!
Here I come! Here's a nice one. That's it!
Fire in the hole!
Okay, we're good.
Take what supplies we can from this wreck. Let's see about getting that loading ramp opened up. Ammo's ready.
Perfect.
I've got ammo. Make them count.
Now I'm good.
This is connected to that ramp, right?
Not a problem.
Ready to get up close.
This'll get the door open. Got it!
More DBs!
Great! Even more unfriendly, traitorous cogbots! Taking point!
And stay down!
No more shield!
Oh shit.
We got Guardian!
Damn it.
More DBs!
Great! Even more unfriendly, traitorous cogbots!
Fire in the hole!
Division will not be tolerated.
Shit.
More DBs!
Great! Even more unfriendly, traitorous cogbots!
Target! There! Fire in the hole! Exactly what I needed!
Shield is up!
Threat assessed.
Shield spent!
We've got Guardians, too!
Shoot through their shields!
Focus fire on that Guardian!
More DBs!
Great! Even more unfriendly, traitorous cogbots!
I hit Y as I was getting shot.
More TVs!
Great! Even more unfriendly, traitorous cogbots!
Order will be restored.
More TVs!
Great! Even more unfriendly, traitorous cogbots!
Target locked.
Clearing the way! Got him!
I'm in trouble! Revive me!
Bleeding out!
Oh, fuck. Didn't know it was on that side, too. Okay, so.
More TVs!
Great! Even more unfriendly, traitorous cogbots!
Leave it to me! Took him out!
I'm wounded!
This one's mine!
Needed assist!
Transgressions against the cause will be punished.
Keep them coming! We've got guardians, too!
Shoot through their shields!
One piece of kit!
I'm wounded! Losing blood. I can do this.
Clearing the way! Got him!
Get behind me!
I've got ammo!
Oh, what the fuck? Hey, what's up, Tanks? How you doing?
More TVs!
Great! Even more unfriendly, traitorous cogbots!
Leave it to me!
More TVs!
Great! Even more unfriendly, traitorous cogbots!
Threat identified.
Shield
I'm in
shot!
trouble!
Surrender to the
We've got Guardians, too!
Shoot through their shields! One hit! Is anyone out there? Get me up! Pick me up here. I'll be fine, Lieutenant. I've got ammo!
Take it!
I'm all out!
Fire in the hole!
There. They're probably gonna run into more DBs from that vulture.
Stupid bots.
Tell me about it.
But I wouldn't have given for their help when the swarm attacked my village.
What happened?
A slaughter. Then the terrifying quiet. Even if I wasn't miles from home, I couldn't have stopped it. I wasn't a fighter.
You did what you could, Mac, and you lived.
If I wasn't such a coward, I would have died with him.
Coward. Show me a man sacrificing more than one who's lost their child. I'd follow you into any fight.
Thank you. Both of you.
Oh, people know I'm hyper aggressive and they use that against me, try to get me arrested. Like they use racism. They know I stand up for it. But I guess in their mind it'd be like I'm wild because they don't want to be like I stand up for racism. So it scares them. Like when people say nigga or spick or whatever, I fight and I swing and they start the shit and they try to get me arrested for it. So I had to take off from the fucking police or whatever, you know?
Back up, team.
And they make up their own stories to make them look like they're righteous. And then the right, it was never about race. And year later, people make decisions based on that, even though that in the core was racist, you know? And make them look like they were right, even though they started the fight. They didn't jump in. Yeah, you know, that's what it is. Like, I had this friend called Pisa Giannis, right? I was a little kid, you know, I'm talking about like 15. I was up in Seaside. He was obsessed with BB guns, and I didn't like guns at all, you know, I'm talking for the most part. And so he goes, oh, let's try this. I was like, man, that's a scam. I don't want to play that or whatever, you know, little BB guns shooting out the star. And I was like, there's no one here or whatever, right? And then he was so like giddy about it. It's like, no, let's shoot it, whatever, right? And then I heard some rustling in the background. I was like, dude, there's someone in the background, I guess, whatever. But he picked it up and shot. And I was just like, dude, what are you doing? And I grabbed it from him and I put it down, whatever, you know what I'm talking about? I was like, stop that shit, you know what I'm talking about? And as I'm grabbing it from him, putting it down, this huge Italian comes out or whatever, racist as fuck, you know, didn't know that I grew up in an Italian household. Fat fucker, you know, about 20 years old, and I'm like young, you know what I'm talking about? He comes running out. I put it down on his fucking thing. And he goes, you fucking nigger, he tells me, right? And then his brother comes out, and I was like, fuck, right? And so as he's coming down over the, well, not over the counter, but through the counter with a little space like that, I just hit him, right? Boom, and I rocked him back. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, this fat motherfucker can't fight, you know what I'm talking about? And I get up ready, and, you know, to kick him or whatever, or maybe I kicked him, whatever, but his brother comes at me, and I hit the other brother, whatever. And then I took off, you know what I'm talking about? because I saw the other brother, the third brother, coming at me. I was like, I ain't gonna win this shit. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, I knew I wasn't even gonna win the second dude or whatever. So I was taking off, and he's just sitting there. Well, he's just standing there looking at it and all whatever, right? And so I take off. I go around out towards the beach, you know, out towards the boardwalk, because the boardwalk is wide or whatever, right? And I'm ducking and weaving and everything else like that. And third brother just tackles me, sits on me, and he says, "Oh, let's wait for the police." And then he tries to like choke me out. I was like, "You ain't gonna be able to choke me out, that fat body. All you're gonna do is sit on me or whatever, right?" And so I get up, you know, I tripod up eventually or whatever. It's like, how'd you get up? I was like, whatever. And I was about to say some shit. It's like, well, and the police were coming or whatever. And I look at my friend and his eyes are dilating or whatever. And, you know, all these like racist terms are going back and forth. And they sort of look at him like, what are they doing with this dark kid, you know, whatever, right? And now that I know, I thought at the time it was fright. Maybe it was fright, but I think it was just like this sadistic thing that his first time he saw violence in his life, you know? And I was like, I got to get out of there. But I guess he was afraid because, I don't know what was going through his mind. I don't care. But I know it was very traumatic for him or whatever, but it was just like one of many fights that I got into. And so I was like, I'm not going to get arrested for this shit. I was like, we got to go. And he's like, no, I'm afraid to go, you know, was his name. It was like, we got to go, you know what I'm talking about? And I was like, I'll tell you what, I'll race you. So everybody's watching. I was like, I'll race you from here to the end of the boardwalk or whatever to get the fuck out of here. And I was like, let's go. And I was like, yo. And then I took off. I was like, yo, you're losing. And he finally starts off running and shit like that. And we get away from the police. And from that point on, I realized this guy's a pussy or whatever, you know? And I never really included in everything. And then he was just always afraid to get arrested and shit like that. And then I told him like a day later, whatever, we got to make up some story that doesn't look like you're a pussy because you're friends with he's friends with Dan Rodriguez and Jesus Rodriguez or whatever, you know, and I can't have you look like a pussy or whatever, right? I was just like, well, just tell me you don't want to get involved if anybody says shit because they know who the owners are over there. People are going to talk to them, you know? They're going to know what's up. And I was just like trying to just make up some shit and gaslight the whole situation. I was like, say there was like cotton candy or whatever. Everybody loves cotton candy or whatever. And you didn't want to get involved in all this shit, you know, you wouldn't want to fight or whatever. Because I'll tell the story and sometimes I'll slip up or whatever and be like, he didn't jump in. Everybody just looked at him like he didn't do shit, you know? And, you know, that's just me because I'm going to tell the truth or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, because when you get all hyped up, you don't really think of a lie or whatever. You just say what blurts out, whatever, you know? And I was like, oh, yeah, it was cotton candy or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? I come back and I could retcon the thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then 20 years later, he tells me the story and he includes cotton candy part of it. I'm like, motherfucker, you didn't do shit. You know, that's why I always thought you were a pussy or whatever. But he started the shit. And I came this close to getting my ass kicked in. This close. If those fat motherfuckers got into fights before, they would have started kicking me and punching me. But I'm so lucky they just sat on me. You know, I'm talking about these three people. You know, I'm talking about, and like, okay, let's do the right thing, call police. I was like, yeah, you call police, I'm getting the fuck out of here. You know what I'm talking about? So, but they were mad. They like had racist hate, but they were not hardcore racist, whatever. They got into all these fights. They just wanted to be racist without fighting, you know what I mean? I guess that's a term. So I was lucky, man. But I learned growing up about that one individual, and I gave so many chances because he was friends with my friends, you know. And then finally, I realized you don't give people chances. They don't give you a chance. They use that against you. Like I said, I use the white people doing the right thing to call the police and, you know, not going all across, you know, the illegal lines. I guess them to get the fuck out of there. This is what this white person did. He used, and being close to me, be like, well, you know, this, that, and third was supreme or whatever, you know? So, Never again. Someone's not cool with me. No more chances, man. Wasting my time. Even if they were cool with me at the time, you know what I'm talking about? Because I always is just like, I was just like, and I even thought of like perfect situations to get this person involved to be down with us or whatever, you know? Is always just, nope, nope, don't want to do it. I was like, man, you could get all this shit. Nope. Fucking pussy. And the thing is, it's not like this regular pussy. It's like, he chose the most racist shit. Yeah, exactly. And people are just like, there's a reason why Puerto Ricans get respect or whatever. Because, you know, and then the closer you get into the communities, you hear the layers of the disrespect towards Puerto Ricans. Oh man, they're all criminals or whatever else like that. And as soon as you leave it, everybody's just like, well, they want to feed off, you know, all the shit they do, but they don't have the attitude, you know, that I don't even want to get into it because you can get a feel for what we did to get that respect, and they don't even do that. They're not down, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. And this is what this motherfucker did, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, he's in the proximity of us and be like, oh, well. And people probably even thought he was as hard as us, and he wasn't. And that's what pisses me off, and he probably get off on that. And I could just see that. And I know he talked to, like, the police or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? Because I hear some aspects of this story later on or whatever. And I don't hear anything from, like, Mike Santos or Jesus, well, he's dead. Danny. I hear a little bit from Webb and everything. He's Irish and everything. I mean, so he keeps it real, but it's just bizarre, you know what I'm talking about? It's just like, he sees the world as he does, and everybody, it's just like a typical white person. That's all they ever got into, so that's the hardest thing. And I was like, and I learned not to be like that. I learned that just because the hardest shit that I got into, there's way, I was one or two, you know, but they're isolated here, you know, so I don't even deal with it. I already know from growing up, not deal with it, you know, talking about. I don't even know what to do with it, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm not dealing with people that sponge off what we did in New Jersey and New York or whatever. And I know they influence other people, whatever, but I'm about to lay down the line or whatever, pretty much, you know, I'm talking about, be like, look, don't listen to these fools. Listen, figure it out. You know, if I got into all these like armed robberies, I joined the Corps and I got a degree after all this shit. I did all my bullshit, got a degree. I mean, I went in the Marine Corps and I got a degree. So don't look at it like that's the totality of who I am. But if a Native American and Navajo Apache, Hopi Indian was able to become a 5%er at Latin King and he had to, why was that the case? Why Native American? Figure it out. And then he joined the Corps. So think about it. And there was federal government involvement. And so if these people will bullshit and perpetrate on this island, say shit about me, and you're from New York, think about it. Why is that the case? You know what I'm saying? And I'm downplaying shit. Like, I'm just being cool about it. I don't want to pump it up or downplay it. Keep it right where it is, you know, I'm talking about. And let you figure it out. Let you put the pieces together, you know? Why do they need to demonize somebody? Yeah.
Let's keep going. Through here.
I've got ammo.
Because these are institutions that only,
Supply depleted.
for the most part, a few. I'm not even getting into it. I don't want to get into the core of what it is. But anybody from New York and Jersey would know. And the thing is, a lot of people project who they are, and when they project who they are, I gotta stay away from it because it interferes with who I am, you know?
Supplies are ready.
So, you know, being around the world, I made sure not to isolate myself. I can't be the smartest person. I can't be the hardest person. I can't be the most talented person. I always got to push, no matter what, you know, keep studying, keep trying to figure out shit, keep trying to build my body, you know, keep getting talent. So I'm not isolated in that small mentality of this is the hardest what's in, this is the only thing that I see is the best or whatever, you know, there's always something. So I don't have that inside my ego or whatever. It's like, oh, that's what it is. So I don't project that, you know what I'm talking about? I think that's what also in the Marine Corps, it's just like, I don't think we're the hardest or whatever, or most talented, or we're the only people capable of killing or doing damage to human body, because then you're like, what's against me, you don't even have to do nothing, you know what I'm talking about? You just do a little something, and you say, we won, and that makes you safe. That's not going to make you safe. You got to keep going at it, keep doing it, you know what I'm talking about? Keep doing with everything you have, you know what I'm talking about? Because also you end up, you know what I'm saying? You end up dead or whatever. But for the most part in society, you could have that role because you're not in those situations. You know what I'm talking about? You just perpetrate like you are. But you gotta always have that mentality, always keep pushing or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Sounds like one hell of a fight going on down there.
Should we take a look?
Sure, why not?
What's this? They're blowing each other apart. What do you say we help them out?
Open fire!
Yep.
Sounds like one hell of
And then
a
on top of that, that insult to injury, there's only one, it's only racist to change and be like, okay, that person's Navajo, but we're not going to call him Navajo. We're going to call him white. Because that's what people do. Be like, oh man, he acts Italian or whatever. He acts like he's from the Bronx. Italian. That's literally what they say. I'm Italian Bronx. That's taking what I am Navajo away. That's racist. It's only racist to take someone's race and call them something else. You'd be like, okay, well, we always like these motherfuckers if they act like they're white. You know what I'm talking about? So now I act Italian. You still don't like us because of the color of our skin. And it's only racist to call them another race. You know what I'm talking about? So that's insulting because it was never about how they act. It's never about their behaviors and mannerisms or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? These little idiots. It was always about the race. So now they're not Italian, be like, oh man, look at Supreme in Jersey, whatever he's acting. You know, he acts like, you know what I'm saying, Italian. But yet, this is what you wanted. You want us to be assimilated into culture. You wanted us to not act savage or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? But that's not the case. You know what I'm talking about? Because you still treat us like the color of our skin. And because of that, when we walk in, you don't even call us, you call us something else and be like, okay, well, fuck them. Don't give them opportunities. And now you got these two different things. You got municipal being like, okay, well, we don't know who he is, I'm talking about. So we'll treat him like he's this Latino, like a gangbanging Puerto Rican or whatever, right? Then you have the federal government coming in, investigating, my heritage and everything, and they know I'm Native American. And so you got these two competing things and be like, he's standing up for himself. And municipal like, we got to stop crime. And then finally you had the federal government be like, look, you got to stop being these racist motherfuckers. And that's why I joined the Marine Corps, and that's what happened. Was they overheard shit and be like, oh, they keep calling fucking Spick, you keep calling him nigger or whatever. And then you want us to be like, well, you want our help. Well, stop fucking doing that shit. What do you think is going to happen? Like the judge said when I was in court one time, you hit him. For what? Well, he's resisting arrest. No. You hit him, then he hit you, and then you want to get his wrist in the breath and assault a police officer. I'm dropping the charges. If you hit somebody, they're going to hit you back. Don't hit somebody. That's fine, because after years and years of the judge yelling at me, cursing at me, or whatever, yeah, a little bit. Not as much. There's some racist. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to get into it. But by and large, it is. I don't think. But the thing is, I think they listen to a lot of the municipal and not the federal government, and that's what's seeped up or whatever. But that being said, after a while, the judge was just like, and I'm sitting there, after years and years of being in front of the court system, and the same judge had yelled at me, cursed at me, and whatever, was like, and saw me be sitting in juvenile detention, and be like, no one wants to pick him up because you can't be released on your own conscience as a juvenile. You got to be released to a family, whatever. But no one wanted to pick me up in the family, whatever. So the judge had to take on that role as being my father, and be like, someone needs to instill something on him because there's this like, here's this wild person, whatever, and I'm not the only one or whatever, right? And so he just broke it down. I was like, a lot of these police are corrupt or whatever, what I'm talking about? And so, and I was to be honest with the judge. It's like, what do you want me to do? So either I fight this guy, I win, lose, or whatever, or I don't fight this guy and I got to deal with 20 more things. So I have no choice. This is how my community, I cannot change society. I cannot control these people. You know what I'm talking about? You coming at me like I need to tell these people to calm down. I need to tell everybody to stop fighting. I need to stop this riot, so-called, or whatever. But how the fuck am I going to do that? How are you going to get me in trouble for that? So I was in trouble for inciting a riot one time. I mean, it's just like, but after a while, you know what I'm saying? It's like you got these really brilliant judges out there after a while because they started to like revamp the system. They called for like gang task force and all this other stuff, whatever. And it's just like, I don't know. And it all happened in a very short period of time. I'm talking about, I could count it in months or whatever, from when I came from North Jersey. And then I was out in Philly going to a church farm school for gifted people, inner city gifted people. Then out to Seaside. And then when I went to Seaside, my high school was actually in Jersey City. I was trucked up there for a year. That was a state alternative school. And all through this time, I was being incarcerated. And then I went to Seaside. Toms River East was in Seaside for maybe 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So that period of time. So it was really just half of 10th grade, 11th. So that's like 2.5 years, really. All that took place. And the thing is, like, my education basically stopped at 8th grade, what I'm talking about? I had a gifted education until I was 8, and then it just, boom, stopped. I was incarcerated. They didn't care about you. When I went to Seaside, like, fucked all these people from the North, whatever. North Jersey, they're all criminals. We're not going to waste resources on them. So I only got my GED. Because I didn't graduate high school. I was incarcerated from like 11th grade, a few months here, a few months there, whatever. And so when I was like in 12th grade, right around April, I was sitting in school and they're like, we can't allow you to continue school. Even if you go to school every single day, you're not going to graduate. And I was like, why? Like, you don't have enough time in grade. You don't have time in classes. You've been incarcerated too many times, so we can't allow you. So it's like insult to injury. It's just like, not only are you hunted down for every little fucking small thing you do, because of that, they don't even want to educate you to begin with. And then on top of that, they want you to go to a school and get education and get a fucking diploma that's going to make you succeed in life because you were incarcerated. This is like, this compounding, and then try to blame it on you. I'm just like, man, the system is bullshit. They just try to make you look like a fool. They try to make you hate society. They try to make you, you know, be a criminal. And then when you finally be a criminal, be like, okay, we have a reason to justify our racism and hate. So I will never hate the system. I always try to educate myself, you know. I will always try to change the system the right way. And I refuse to do anything illegal now because I got money in my pocket. So there is no reason to be racist again because I embrace the system. I love the system, and I'm going to change the system because it needs to be changed, and it can be changed. You know, it's the best system in the world. It has the mechanisms in there to be changed. And it's up to us to change it. So when someone's racist against me here, I ain't robbing no one. I ain't doing any armed robberies. I'm not stabbing. I'm not shooting anybody. So the only reason why you have left is the color of my skin. And I know that. They don't think I know that, but I know that. They're making up some trivial thing. Well, he's holding up a pencil. Well, he has a little bit of something, 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 you know? Shut the fuck up. You're racist. He does this and that or whatever, you know? And now, that right, and the thing about it is, they can't even hide this shit now. They have to be like, oh, well, they drink blood. You know what I'm talking about? And all this other shit. This crazy fucking shit. Fucking... It's been real. I need to think about it like, oh, that's just... Back in the day, it was just like, you know, that name was Supreme or whatever, but... Like, oh, well, that's a Supreme, you know, I'm talking about... In Jamesburg and in juvenile detention in these group homes and foster homes, that's not the case. I know damn well. You don't see them, but there's thousands of us in Jersey like me. So it's not one me, oh man, sympathy and all this other shit, playing the fucking violin. No, motherfucker, there's a lot of us. And the thing about it is, it's like, we don't give a chance in the world, so we don't succeed. By and large, a lot of people in foster homes, adoption, incarceration, they don't. The problem is there's a few of us that do, and when we do, we start ripping shit apart, you know I'm talking about? We just plow right through everybody, you know? Because we're intelligent, we're brilliant, you know what I'm saying? We do everything, and that's the problem. Because the thing is, you know, you see all these things, Orphan Annie and everything's all fine, you know, they grow up rich or whatever. That's not the case. By and large, 99% of them don't. It is a sad fucking thing. And when I realized that growing up, I was, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it doesn't turn out okay. It doesn't turn out magically fine. You have to make it fine with everything you have, and even more so, and more motivation, more determination than anybody else. Because you don't have that structure of help. You don't have that family support or whatever. So you got to keep pushing. You got to keep lifting. You got to keep driving and keep taking those risks and be aggressive and follow the law at the same time. And be smart about it.
Take a look.
You have no choice.
Look at this! They're tearing each other apart!
What do you say we help them out?
Open fire!
Hold on the line!
Sounds like one hell of a fight going on down there.
Should we take a look?
Look at this! They're tearing each other apart!
What do you say we help them out?
Open fire!
Taking point!
Here I
Come get your ammo!
come! Another down! That's it! Sounds like one hell of a fight.
And then on top of that, it's just like everything else, you know. Oh, well, you know, we weren't in New York, Jersey, and Puerto Rico and all this other shit, but we'll just say, you know, all that heroin, AIDS, crime, and all that shit that emerges talent and equality or whatever, we'll just say, okay, well, that's what we are. And then you have these people saying, okay, well, you know, even though I grew up in the suburbs or whatever, I'm just as hard as these people that grew up in broken homes and foster care and incarceration. And I'll just say it because it's just an image to them. It's just a perception. We'll just say it. And that's what it is. So it's just, we'll just say it. We have enough people to say it, then we're all right. I don't need people to say that. I live the shit, you know what I'm talking about? You could say some other shit, and here I am, you know what I'm talking about? Still fucking, you know, I have to be like that, you know what I'm saying? Because if I'm not like that, I'm not going to lie for you. I'm not going to say, no, motherfucker, I didn't grow up in Jersey and Seaside. No, motherfucker, I wasn't in the Marine Corps. No, motherfucker, I'm not Native. I'm not going to fucking say that. Those words are never coming out my fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? But now, every time I speak, you're caught in this fucking thing and saying, well, we already told people he's not this shit. So now deal with it. Say, no, motherfucker, we lied. And you can't do that. Because you know if you fucking do that shit, you look like fools. And I'm gonna keep driving that shit. You dug your fucking hole. I'm gonna fucking keep digging it for you, you know? You said some other shit. You said I'm fucking Hindu or Arab. I'm gonna fucking make you eat those words. Every fucking day. You don't like me, and I don't fucking like you. And that's for life, man. I don't need to get along with anybody.
What's this? They're blowing each other apart. What do you say we help them out?
Open fire!
Get behind me!
I'll handle this! Sounds like
Because if people wish you weren't Native, because like, well, you know,
Take a look.
and that's why some of these Polynesians over here think the same thing. Shit we did in inner city as Native Americans or whatever, you know, talking about, and they do some half-assed Native shit over here or whatever. I'm like, man, if you're gonna fight the government or go against the government, do some shit, you know what I'm talking about? Not some weak-ass shit. But you know what I'm saying? When you're light-skinned, that's what you want. You want to play the role like you're white and be like, oh yeah, well, I have a little bit of white in me, Portuguese, I have a little bit of Polynesian, I have a little bit of Filipino, I have a little bit of this. Motherfucker, choose the fucking side. That's what it sounds like, and that's exactly what it is. Like, if shit goes wrong and shit gets real against Polynesians, you're gonna act fucking Portuguese. You're gonna act fucking Filipino. You're gonna act fucking Chinese, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? And escape all that negative shit. Yeah, you're facing fucking genocide, and that's exactly, you're furthering it.
Look at this! They're tearing each other apart!
What do you say we help them out?
open fire!
You will come live.
Shield is up! Shield spent!
Ammo deployed.
Here
Hold on
damn
the
it!
line!
Sounds like one hell of a fight going on down there.
Should we take a look?
This one's for me!
Look at this! They're tearing each other apart!
What do you say we help them out?
Open fire!
Hold on the line!
Come get your ammo!
Got to recharge!
Make them count!
Over here!
I'm losing blood. Good save.
Shields at the ready!
Hey, good to go! Leave it to me!
I'm wounded.
Need some fucking help! I've got ya! Get behind me!
It's done!
That's it!
This one's for me!
Ammo drop on standby. Ammo deployed.
Ready to get up close!
Shield charged!
Good piece of kit!
drop ready. I've got ammo. Resupply depleted.
Exactly what I needed. Here's a nice one. Enemy down. This one's mine.
Trouble!
Quit your havering, I'm on my way.
Coming through.
Get up.
Ammo deployed. They got me.
Get up.
Make them count.
That's all of them.
How do we get to the Wakatu tree from here?
This river goes right to the tree. We just need a boat. There must be one around here.
The thing is like people, like I know it is. You're gonna go where your blood is. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, I understand like civil rights as a Native person. We have to push for Black civil rights. You know what I'm talking about? Even though I'm not Black, because it helps out Native people. You know, but my heart is Native. You know, I'm always gonna go towards that. You know what I'm talking about? It's how it is. I can't fight it. You know, it's just how it is. It's how we work. That's how we operate. You know, our connections. It is. Even though we try to, even though we emphasize and whatever, that's just how it is. You know, and to be like, well, on this, that, and the third, well, those are the things that are pulling you. You know, and I want to Canadians and other, you know, Native people, you know what I'm talking about? You know, saying I can relate, I can identify because I'm Native, you know what I'm talking about? And you want that unity. As a Latino, you want that unity of all Latinos, you know what I'm talking about? But when you're outside, you have these other influences. Like if you're like Black or Chinese or Indian or Arab, you want rights for Arabs or Hindus or Chinese or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? So that interferes with you trying to be like, okay, we want Native rights or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? because you want that to be infused in there. You know what I'm talking about? And that's fine, but you have to acknowledge it. Or white. You want light-skinned Latinos to be the most respected. You want light-skinned Native people to be most respected, not the people with the most blood. And that's the issue. And of course, on the lighter skin, it'd be like, well, he's dark for some other reason. All the skin colors from native blood. And only like, you know, and that's so showing their bias, whatever. They want to diminish other native people and be like, oh, well, you know, that's real. No, motherfucker. It's just hurting and furthering genocide. If you don't like people who have more skin color because they're native people. And don't come at me like, oh, you're from native rights, and be like, oh, okay, well, Samoans don't look good because they look more Polynesian. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know, Tom, what kind of mentality is that? Well, Micronesians don't look good because we call them microdonts because they're dark. What the fuck? Are you absolutely... And then you're going to spout out some Polynesian bullshit at me? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm not listening to none of that shit. Or native rights and fucking you don't like people who have the blood in them. Get the fuck out of here.
This must be it. The boat.
It's been one hell of a journey, that's for sure. I only got this far thanks to your support.
Yeah, gotta admit. I was wrong about you, Mac.
We both were.
Well, I had my assumptions about you two as well. Look at us now. Team Scorpio, saving the planet.
Don't rock the boat. Fucking stop attacking the boat.
It's been one hell of a journey, that's for sure. I only got this far thanks to your support.
Yeah, gotta admit. I was wrong about you, Mac.
We both were.
Well, I had my assumptions about you two as well. Look at us now. Team Scorpio, saving the planet.
Above us!
Keep them off the boat!
Hopper's on the right!
Perfect.
It's been one hell of a journey, that's for sure. I only got this far thanks to your support.
Yeah, gotta admit. I was wrong about you, Mac.
Think about it like this. The same, so, we grew up with it, in Jersey, Light-skinned Latinos want to have the power, you know what I'm talking about? So the shit dark-skinned people, they feed off and leech off as all the criminals and the, oh, here they come, whatever, all that kind of that kind of thing, you know what I'm talking about? That perception, okay. So people are afraid of those type of Puerto Ricans. Light-skinned Puerto Ricans will be like, we're that too, so be afraid and respect us. But then they want to run shit. Then they want to be like, well, you got to respect us over them because we're accepted in white society because we're light-skinned. While we have to deal with racism, that's why we have that. That's why people are afraid of us. We get to deal with that racism and do those things to survive. So the things that people with a lot of blood, of native blood, have to do to survive, and the biases and racism because of their skin color, light-skinned ones want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to be perceived as native and be like, oh, okay, oh man, look at all the, everything that's bad happening to us, when it's really the dark people with dark bloods happening to them, but yet they're accepted into white society, so they get the sympathy, they get all the aid, they get all the respect or whatever, and be like, fuck them, they don't run shit. Those darkies don't do shit. Fuck them. They deserve it. Fuck them. I already dealt with that shit, and I see it here. So when some light-skinned or whatever, 10%, 20%, Ponji comes up to me all light-skinned, I'm like, I don't want to fucking deal with your shit. Like, I understand it. You probably don't understand it. I already know it. I don't want to deal with you, man. And you have no talent on top of that. You have nothing to offer me. So why the fuck do I want to deal with you? Now let me deal with that other person with a lot of native blood that works hard, that has a lot of talent, a lot of skill, and has to deal with the real racism and biasing of being fucking native. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it might look all chaotic to you, but there isn't. It isn't. Because how am I going to be like, if you need to go to the mainland and explain to me, well, on my mother's side, brother's side, I have some Polynesian. On my cousin's side, whatever, I have a little bit of Latino. No, motherfucker, they need to instantly know and be like, damn, motherfucker, you're native. I'm not going to explain that. And you got to have a talent. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to, say, what the fuck am I going to bring to Jersey? You know what I'm talking about? Like, well, I'm Hawaiian. Like, motherfucker, you're Filipino. Shut your mouth. There's Filipinos that all over Jersey that do the same goddamn thing you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take that back to Jersey or New York with me. I'm not taking bullshit back with me. I'm not going to deal with bullshit. People ain't going to deal with my bullshit. So why the fuck am I going to deal with your bullshit? This is being real, you know what I'm talking about? Come on, are you going to take any of my bullshit? No, because I'm dark. Why the fuck am I going to deal with any of your shit? It's like with The Rock, he got evicted because racism, but now they all want to kiss his ass and be like, oh, we weren't racist back in the day. And if you look at it, you could read between the lines, you know?
I gotta admit, I was wrong about you, Mac.
We both were.
Well, I had my assumptions about you two as well. Look at us now. Team Scorpio, saving the planet.
Above us!
Keep them off the boat!
Papa's on the right!
it doesn't see us.
Rain it, Jimmy!
Drones!
Gotta keep them from boarding!
Another one! Get him off the boat! I hate seeing these monsters overrunning Pahanu.
Me too. We're making things right. Purging the swarm from this island.
Thanks, Keegan.
The flock is back!
Two of them!
Damned. Wakatu scared them off.
Even the swarm must recognize the dawn of Pahanu. You know, my grand's final words to me were about struggle. How my suffering would define the true lion. The weak or the strong. I wanted to know which I'd be. She said, live and discover for yourself. That's the journey.
They would have liked your gran. Doesn't matter how hard we tried to run from our past. Everything we did led us here.
Led us to this island. 1,000 miles from the war. This time I'm gonna make a goddamn difference.
I thought this was my chance to prove myself. To the Brash Brigade. To the memory of my CO. My gran was right. The path of my life would determine who I'd become. It brought me home. Here. And gave me a new family.
That goes for all of us.
We survived a hell of a lot to find home, Scorpio. I say we fight like hell to save it.
Bathroom break. You know, recharge my salvo. Beautiful, beautiful game. Here we go. I gotta get some wine, Katu blood, poison. Like I remember my second wife was Tahitian, born and raised in Tahiti, Papua, uh, Papiete, and then you go all the way. Yeah, it'd be that way. Papiete, and then Papua on the island of Tahiti. She's always just like, oh, Rapa Nui. So that's the one that's Spanish. And she's like, Espanol. And her friends. Yeah. That's the Spanish Polynesian island. Yeah, it was fun. But that's the one with the bird. And fly and swim the bird or some shit. But this looks definitely like, from what I see, and definitely looks like Tahiti. Definitely looks like Ratea and Huihini, parts of Tahiti. Definitely, easily, definitely Tahiti. I would imagine Marquesas, you know, Moria. So there are like stone ruins that are monolithic, you know, like 50 feet high, 100 feet high. Where is it? It's not on Truk. Is it on Truk? No, it's on Truk. It's on some Micronesian island, like if you look at it, it looks like an atoll, but the thing's massive. Basically, what the king did, he took all the talent and made him live in a city. Basically, well, I don't say made him, but they all lived in a city and they all grew this massive structure. So, if you got to read between the lines when you read a lot of native history or whatever. It doesn't directly state this. It says, well, to have loyalty, and that's reading between the lines to say, well, it had loyalty. He had all the chiefs live in the city that they were building. But who becomes chiefs? The most talented person of that community, right? So he had all this talent centralized, and that's why they were able to build this monolithic structure, enclosed stone city in the middle of the ocean. So they're like trying to figure it out. Well, that's what happened.
Looks like this is it.
Fear.
The Wakatu wants to swarm off this island as much as we do. We should try to get the sample without killing it.
Agreed. Be good to see the natural order restored. But he might have other plans. It's underground! Those venom sacs look vulnerable!
Oh, I see.
Here's a nice one.
Okay, so I'm not going to be able to recharge.
Shots on recharge!
Come get your ammo!
Oh, fuck. I took it out, like, super quick.
delivered and transformed. Light as the feather.
Put up one hell of a fight. You, think it'll live?
Yeah, I do. It's a good day. Everyone survives.
We ready for this, Scorpio?
If I don't make it, I want you to know it's your fault, and I'm gonna fucking haunt you.
How's your nerves, Major Howe?
Oh, to hell with my anxiety. This time, I'm the surprise.
See you on the other side.
That was good. I liked it. Yeah, that's the truth. You know, a lot of these phrases that we attribute to like Rome, they coined it, but they heard it written down, and then they described it. You know what I'm talking about? So you get all these texts, and then they burned as Caesar came into Alexandria, trying to fighting for his life, surrounded. But they know these words or whatever, so we attribute a lot of these things to Greco-Roman and antiquity, but they've been saying even before that. So who came up with it? We did. Humanity, intelligent people. So we want to attribute to just one person. That was good. I didn't think I was gonna do. I was like, man, I can't slip up one small mistake and boom, you know what I'm talking about? Because I was about to juke out there, take a shot as the Waikatu was taking acid, and he was over here, and then I knew he would rip around. That happened a couple times, so I was like, I'll just chill, wait until he spits out the 3, and then I'll take the shot, you know. Or right after he spits, then I'll take the shot. But then I couldn't move after he spits sometimes because like he would spit all around me, and all I had was that little funnel right there from the tree, and I couldn't really juke around the tree because I was stepping inside the acid and shit like that. So I was like, fuck. I had to move around to the other tree, make a big wide turn and shit like that, and keep moving. And I was like, fuck it. It's like I need some ammo. I hit my thing, and I was like, ooh. Got that recharge. Got the stim, got the ammo. And then somewhere along the lines, I realized that bow ain't shit. I was like, but anyways, but you know, I was already past the point of no return, so it is what it was. Got done. Inconceivable. Like subconsciously, me being Native American, I'm gonna pick up the bow. Like I keep, you know, what I'm talking about. It's just somewhere in the back of your mind. Got the bow. Like an eagle claw. Not bad for $20. I'll say much. Oh, Canada! Look at this. Like a lot of the good sci-fi shit comes from Canada. Ever notice that? This is more proof again of my theory in the cold north. Like my house sucks. I'm stuck in this bitch. It's freezing outside, so your mind just. Think of like crazy sci-fi shit in the winter, you know? That's my theory. A lot of effort went into that, man. Like a lot. That's what I don't understand. Like, everybody likes this Warzone, Call of Duty, and shit like that, man. Like, why? That, like, and even some in the military, but I was like, in the military, it's like, why would you want something that's sort of kind of real? Would you want something that's escapes you from reality? You know? Put yourself in another universe, another world for a little bit. Distract you, entertain you. I don't know. I'm honest why I like sci-fi. You know, I mean, like, if you had to deal with some shit, some real shit, like, you want to see something better. Alright. See if there's any Easter eggs. So, oh, that's what it is. You got a lot of like people from China, a lot of good artists and whatever over there. So it's not what we think about it. And sometimes you need that outside view. Not what we think of what Americans is, but that hyper I don't know, superhuman aspect, you know? Bigger than life. No one wants to see normal, you know? All right. Guess not. No Easter eggs. No little end credit scene. Oh, I got their early skins. Woohoo! There's a new horde mode? Okay, cool. What did I gain? I gain anything? I got any points for that? Right here? This? Do some Jingo Juvies. What would be good against Jingo Juvies? Maybe they're being swamped. Yeah, I think like everybody got off from school and shit, and they're just all jumping on. Maybe could be. So let me set up my character for Jingo Juvies, which would be her. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think I got anything really. What looks better, this or that? It's a skin. So, I mean, it's a blue skin, so it's a little bit up, and then there's purple. Average skin. And then, Keegan. Well, okay. It's a little bit better. I mean, it's different. It's a little bit better. Could be more black. Onyx guard. You know. This one's still better. So. This is the best one. The gilded one. This is good, but look how dull it is, you know? I mean, it needs to be like Bestista and gold. You know what I'm talking about? So if Bestista was in this gold, it would be a lot better. But it's just, here's a name by it. Yeah, you get those little cash grabs. I've been like, look, man. I'll be like, look, you want my voice? Put me something decent, goddammit. This would be cool. I'm not really feeling that little thing right there, you know? I don't mind, you know, the gray. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? Especially now, you know. People come back for war and graying out a little bit, you know. Alright, I'm good. I'm up. Thanks. But that's pretty good. I would get my dailies, but I'm alright. I'll probably just get my dailies. I'm gonna work on the next game. Man, I'm telling you, but there's so many goddamn games, not even Christmas. Oh my god. I gotta eat. I'm out. Peace.